What's up guys, Josh from Strength Side here, and I got a question about deadlifting with anterior pelvic tilt. How can I go about fixing this? So when you're anterior pelvic tilted, it's very hard to load the hips properly, right? Usually you're gonna load your knee first, which is gonna put a lot more force on the quads and the muscles in the front of the hip, right? Now that poses a problem when we're deadlifting because the whole point of the deadlift is we wanna load our hips maximally to create force. Right? So how are we going to fix this? Well, I'm going to give you a few tips, a few concepts that will hopefully have you out of that bad position and into deadlifting some heavy weight. Let's get to it. Okay, so first thing we got to do is we got to find hip awareness in the deadlift, okay? Now this is something that has helped a lot of people just fix their deadlift right off the bat, okay? So a lot of the times when we get down and we set up for our deadlift, we don't realize that our hips are in a bad position, our pelvis is tilted wrong from the very start. Now if you start bad, you're not going to miraculously, get into a good position throughout the lift. You have to start in a good, strong position, okay? So finding your hip awareness looks something like this. What this is going to look like for you if you're anterior pelvic tilted, so you're going to be starting in this position. Pelvis tilted, we're going to have a big arch in the lower back here, right? So what we got to do is we got to work on, this is a good time to take out a camera, film yourself from the side. You got to work on getting here and tucking your butt under, okay? So we're here in this bad position, we tuck under. This is almost just an exercise you could do here to be aware of what your hips are doing. So you go bad position, good position, bad position, good position. Notice also what happens with my head. When I'm in that bad position, my head and my chest come up, okay? Because once my head and my chest comes up, that arch is gonna get big in my back and my hips are gonna tilt forward. Now when I go into a better position, my head and my chest come down. So notice this. We're here, bad position, boom, good position. Head down, chest down, hips loaded, ready to fire. So we work on finding the motor control of our hips to be in this bad position to get back into a good position. That right there has helped me, it's helped a lot of athletes that I work with fix things right there. Now, going on, we got a brace. Now, I just made a video on bracing. I'll link it right here. But most important parts, plant the feet, squeeze the butt, get the abs tight, and push that rib cage down, right? Last but not least, we want to take a big breath, fill up that belly, okay? So, now, if we do this correctly, there is not an option to be overextended in the lower back, okay? Once those ribs are really pushed down, it's not going to be able to overextend back here, okay? So we're here, boom, those ribs are down, that back can't overextend, and those hips can't get into that bad position, okay? So now I'm going to give you guys two different options of setting up for the deadlift, okay? So number one is more of the top down approach, okay? So come here, we brace, we get that butt tight, rib cage down, abs tight, big breath, and we come down to the bar, right? Now we're ready to pull, okay? We make sure, because we know our hips, we're getting more familiar with our hip awareness, that our hips are under us, we're pushing them towards the bar, boom, ready to pull with nice, powerful hip drive. So, the problem with this that we find with some athletes is, for some reason, you're squeezing your butt, you got your abs tight, but the second we go to hinge forward at the hips, we just find this bad position. We lose tightness in our glutes, and we get that arch, and we're back here, okay? So, the second option is what we call more of a bottom-up approach, okay? Now this is like kind of how Olympic lifters get ready to pull, all right? So we're gonna more squat down to the bar and then get our hips in a better position. So check this out. We're here, same sequence, butt tight, rib cage down, big breath. We kind of do a squat motion, keeping our hips under us. Now we get to the bar, and now we bring our hips back up into a more advantageous position to pull, right? Boom. So If that first option doesn't work for you and you keep getting in that overextended position, try the second. Try squatting down to the bar more, keeping those hips, boom, up towards the bar, right? Two different options right there. And I believe whoever asked this question also said something about getting overextended on the descent, okay? So the reason why you might be getting overextended, bringing the bar back down to the floor, is because you're here. Once you get to the top, you let yourself, boom, push your chest too forward, get your head up, and that's going to automatically make that lower back arch too much, okay? So then you're here, and then you're coming back down in this bad position. How do we fix that? Well, let's keep that head straight forward, chest forward, and let's keep those hips under us, okay? So we're here, boom, we get here, now I'm looking straight ahead, I'm still in a good position here, my hips are under me, and now we can descent down to the floor, staying in a good position with my butt loaded. Now sometimes you might just have weaknesses. You might have weak butt muscles, weak hamstrings that aren't allowing you to get powerful force from your posterior chain, but a lot of the time this can just be solved with just simple tweaks like this, by getting your hips tucked under you more and by creating more force from that powerful posterior chain, right? So try these out, guys. Let me know if this works for you. I'll try to keep pumping out some good videos for you guys, and make sure to like and subscribe if you don't mind. See you in the next video.